Okay, guys, we are going to do a review of your everything we've been learning so that we can do your study guide. Okay, so here's our review. I want you to remember that the Jamestown colony started having a hard time, right? So the first thing was that their water changed. Remember, all that bad water from the ocean started coming in, so they did not have clean water to drink or to water their crops with. And so they didn't have the clean water that they needed, no fresh water, right? Okay. Another problem was that the rich men did not want to work, and there weren't enough people that were doing the farming. And so they did not have enough food, right? If there weren't enough people to farm, then there isn't enough food. And it started killing the people. They started dying of starvation, which means not enough food to eat. And they started dying of being sick. Okay. Then remember, second thing was they started having problems with the Indians, with the Powhatan tribe, right? So John Smith started trading. Who started the English settlers and the Powhatan trading with each other? That was John Smith, okay? Captain John Smith is the one that started trading. The Powhatan would trade food, and the English would give them tools and pots and copper to make things, copper for jewelry, okay? So the Powhatan had food, and the English had these tools and pots and copper, and they would trade, all right? So also the Powhatan helped the English settlers learn how to farm. They taught them how to make farms and how to grow food. So Chief Powhatan is the one that helped teach them the skills that they needed to survive. He taught them how to grow food. And this is his daughter, Pocahontas. Remember, she was the one that helped the Powhatan and the English contact each other. She learned how to speak English, and Captain John Smith learned how to speak Algonquian, and they were able to work together to help the English survive. Okay, Chief Powhatan, he was in charge of the Powhatan tribes. He helped the Jamestown survive by teaching them skills and also being a strong leader. And remember that Captain John Smith also said, if you're not going to work, then you don't get to eat. No work, no food. All right. So he was a strong leader also. He would not let people be lazy. Everyone had to work or you could not eat. All right. So the last problem that the Jamestown settlers had was that, remember, England wanted them to send trees and timber and wood over to them that they could sell so that they could make money. But the problem was that the settlers, they needed to spend their time growing their own food instead of trying to make money for England. So if they were growing trees and cutting trees for England to make money for England, they were not having enough food. So no farming equals no food. So Captain John Smith said, we are not going to do that. We are going to spend our time growing food because otherwise we're going to be really hungry. But since they weren't doing that, they were spending all their time trying to make money. They started starving, right? They did not have enough food. So they started eating their dogs and their horses and even sometimes eating their shoes and their belts. And then even started eating each other. So they started to starve, right? Not enough food to eat. All right. So those are the biggest problems that the English had. Remember, they did not have clean water. They did not have enough food to eat. And they were having trouble with the Powhatan Indians, right? They were dying of sickness and starvation. All right. Hopefully that helps. Fill out your study guide. Go back and look at the articles we've been reading and the assignments that you've done to help you learn to help you remember what you need to know to do your study guide. Okay? Good job, guys.